Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here with Jason Blaha Strength and Fitness, and once again it's time for a full body workout. But a quick reminder, if you guys will please click like and drop me a comment down below, I'd appreciate it so much. And let's get over into the training. Overall, pretty good workout today. I was happy with every single thing we did other than the deadlifts. We'll get there. I lost my grip on the second rep. It was nice, felt nice and strong, felt good. I walked into it confident. Lets me know I've got to just keep working on grip. So I got to really push the weighted carries and some other stuff. I may have to do some extra grip work. But let's get over to the real stuff. All right, went back to some high bar squats today instead of pausing. I got 4 pretty clean reps, pretty happy with these, so I want to keep working on this from here. I've been doing the pause work to try to get a hair deeper, but I feel like looking at this and knowing where I look from the side, I know that these would be meet legal reps. And a lot of people will argue that, but again, till I film from the side, then everybody's like, oh, never mind, we apologize, we feel kind of stupid. My front views are always really funny by comparison, but even when I do boxes and stuff and you guys can see the exact same stuff, it's like I look way deeper. But overall, decently happy with those. I want to keep hammering depth a little bit. But we got bench PR on the rep work today. So I did the 315. I got my 4 reps I normally get. They felt good. I did the 4th rep. I'm like, man, that felt good, right? I almost had a 5th rep, right? It was a little slow. Had that not been a little slower at the lockout, I briefly entertained trying to go for a 5th rep there. But I'm like, why? Let's see if we can get the 225 bench. I'm like, why grind through a rep I might miss there when this rep work? Man, I'm like, I wonder if I can get 20 today. I got 19, which I'm happy with. Keep in mind, I've done 18 like 2 or 3 times. Keep in mind, people said I'm not stuck at 18. Guys, I only hit 18 within the last few weeks. That's definitely not a stuck. And the last time I did it, they were all paused, right? They were all clean. So I remember hitting like 15, 16, 17 on different days. So I've hit 18 3 times now. We got 19 today. Guys, when I got to 15, I was like, I bet I can get 20. Oh, I bet I can get 20. Let's get 20. Let's just keep pushing. I got to 19 and I barely locked it. It's like, man, I was so close. So I feel like for me on this, I really want to push the benching. I don't really need the dips. I get so much tricep activation on this rep work. This feels like a tricep exercise for me, right? When I do the heavier work, the 315, it feels like all chest. But I get such a tremendous tricep pump. When I start hitting those really high reps, my triceps light up so hard, right? So I know they're getting a lot of work. Right? I know they're getting a lot of work. So I was real happy with that though. Guys, I mean, 225 for 19, all clean, nothing bounced. I'm happy with it. That 550, it looks a little, man, there. It felt good, but I went to go for that second rep and I felt the bar start to roll. So people will usually look at that and they'll say stuff like, that looks so easy. Why you just stopped? No, I stopped because the bar started sliding out of my hands. And it's like, okay, so grip, grip, grip. My glutes and hamstrings felt good. Like I felt like the strength was there to lock it. Okay, I felt like the strength was there to lock it. It feels like, man, I got to have some extra grip training. So I may work a little bit more with the loaded carries, maybe push them a little further, do a little more. I need to do some stuff to keep hammering that grip, because I feel like with this, even the reverse hypers here, they build my deadlift so effectively. So right now, I really do feel like my grip is the only thing kind of keeping me there at the deadlift. Because I did 550 for a double last week once, and we got it. Like it was pretty good. I've just got to keep getting my grip. So if my grip gets up to speed, we're good. And no, it doesn't mean, hey, let's just strap up. But no. That's how you get hurt. So I do know that I've got to incorporate some extra grip work somehow in this rotation. I'll think about what I want to do with it. I mean, I've got different options. We have options. But I do know that grip has to come up. And I feel like if I get stronger at chins, weighted chins though, which I'm going to push really hard, that will carry over to grip. Maybe more of the hanging leg raises, right? The toe to bars and stuff. So the thing is overall, I got to get my grip stronger. Got to get the grip stronger. But I don't want to do a bunch of isolation stuff. So I'll think about different things that I want to do. But it could just be a matter of the loaded carries, right? I can just push the loaded carries a little harder. But the reverse hypers here, I just did my one set, and I lost count of the reps. I got over 50. So again, one really all-out set and just push it for volume works there for what I'm doing, and it doesn't fatigue the rest of the deadlift. All right, for chins, I didn't do the super close grip. I'm like, I just wanted to get shoulder width. I just want to push these really hard. Like, I feel like at this point, you guys know what I'm doing with the biceps. I've said before, when I did nothing but pull-ups and rows, my biceps were at their biggest on this channel. They really were. I overtrained my arms. And I feel like that has actually held me back. Endless amounts of curls and sets of curls to failure. No, I just need to get my biceps really strong. I'm just going to focus on the weighted chin. Same thing. I did some band press downs yesterday, but I feel like if I just get really strong on my pressing again, okay, so get the benching up, my chest and triceps will grow. I actually had, interestingly enough, I knew a guy, we got into it later though, who had said, hey, you need to quit doing all that high rep band press. You're just overtraining your triceps. This is a guy with a, at this sort of body weight I'm at now, you'd bench up in the 400s. I saw him do like 12 reps before with 315, and he kind of said, he's like, look, dude, you can say what you want, but and he had big triceps. Like, I'm bigger overall than him, but his triceps were massive. He didn't do tricep isolation work. It was fascinating. And I asked him on that. He's like, look, guy, he goes, show me anybody who can do sets of 10 with 315 on the bench who doesn't have big triceps. They don't exist. Right? Interesting point. He would do incline stuff and other things as accessory. So here, again, I'm going to check my ego. The overhead pressing, I took the grip out 1 inch because it was too close before, right there at shoulder width. And what I've realized, I had the pain last time. I'm trying to go too close a grip, trying to push too hard, check my ego on the overhead pressing. I'm going to have to slowly build this back up. And if that means that I have to use novice numbers to get the overhead press back up and rebuild the range of motion and strength, then we use novice numbers. Okay? I'm just going to check my ego on this. I'm going to check my ego, work on what I can do. I almost feel like with this, that this grip is too close because of the inability to lock it. But I got 12 reps. So on both sets. But these were failure. And it's fascinating because my triceps and shoulders light up on even with this light weight for that. But even then, looking at it, I probably need to take that grip out wider. I get a better lockout. I'm closer to a lockout. So that's what I'm going to do. All right, the laterals, I thought about trying to grab heavier plates, but I can't do the 45s. I've been doing 22, 23 reps now with the 25s with the plates. I'm like, well, I could try to grab a 25 and a 10. I'm like, no, let's just grab the 30. I have those 33-pound dumbbells still loaded sitting there. Like, that'll put me right in that 12-plus rep range. So it did. I did 2 sets of 13. Let's just do the laterals with the dumbbells for a moment. If these get stronger, then maybe I can go over mess with some other plates. I like the way plates feel, but it is an issue of loading. But, I can load the dumbbells with whatever I want. So I got 2 sets of these. So it's like the only thing I'm really going to isolate is going to be just my shoulders. All right, I'll just keep building my delts up. And if my overhead pressing and my benching keep going up, my triceps will grow. Keep my chins hit the long head. I'm just going to let the big movements hit my arms for a bit. I've excessively overtrained my arms for a couple of years. And so it's like, look, I don't think I necessarily need to do it. Let's just let the big movements let it grow. Work on my shoulders quite a bit. And then I finish up with a set of neck extensions. I've cut down to just sometimes doing one all-out set of these. I want to see how strong I can get on an individual set. All right. And I managed to get 15 reps with this today, which is a new weight. So we're in a good place. These felt good. Overall, the workout was great other than the grip on the deadlift. Everything else felt phenomenal. So I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys and gals next time.